Hi everyone, Dr. K, naturopathic sports medicine doctor. Today talking to you about carpal tunnel. So I've had a few people actually recently that have come in having carpal tunnel, same symptoms, but different locations. So in previous videos, I've talked about how if something's injured, you have to look above and below the injury to see what's going on, how the other parts of the body are being affected. Carpal tunnel is very similar. So first, what is carpal tunnel? So essentially, the symptoms that you'll feel is tingling, numbness, pins and needles, that falling asleep feeling in the fingers and hand. Which, if you have true carpal tunnel, this is actually coming from the wrist, so the median nerve being compressed at the wrist itself. However, you can still get those types of symptoms if there's something going on at the neck, at the shoulder, at the elbow joint, at the wrist. So you really do have to get the proper diagnosis so that you're treating the appropriate thing. So someone who has a true carpal tunnel, you're going to be looking at the wrist and the forearm and the hand to see how that has changed. But if, for example, the nerve is actually being pinched at the neck because the nerves all are coming from the spinal cord, coming off of there, and then flowing down into the arm. So you have to check and see, okay, well, is it coming from the neck? Is it coming from the shoulder? So a lot of us have that forward posture. We're on the computer all the time. You can have an impingement at that location. Or is it from the elbow? Is it from trauma? Is it from any number of things, right? So first, getting the appropriate diagnosis and where the pain is actually coming from is important. And then treatment wise, I've had a lot of success with acupuncture. I've had some people that are not eligible for the electrostim, so I've used acupuncture alone. I do like using the electrostim because I find it gives that extra little help. But yeah, so essentially what you would do for that is you follow the line of pain. So for some people, the carpal tunnel has gotten so bad that it's not only in their fingers and hands, it's now starting to come up the arm to the forearm, for example, which is affecting the muscles, right? So you can imagine that if you're in pain, a lot of the muscles are seizing up around that to try to protect it, which is increasing how much pain you have. So it's really about addressing, the nerve, the muscle, stretching those out, strengthening them depending on, how long this has been going on for, and the proper diagnosis. So once you know exactly where the pain's coming from, then you can properly address what's going on symptom-wise. So, if it's coming from the neck, okay, well, now we're doing different exercises than we would if it's coming from the forearm or the wrist, for example. So definitely consider if you're someone that is, on the road to getting carpal tunnel surgery, for example, definitely consider some acupuncture, maybe some electrostim, some stretches and exercises before you go down that route, because you can either get a ton of improvement or you will know exactly where the pain is coming from based on diagnosis. So definitely worth seeing a sports med naturopath about that. So if you need help, just visit my website, drknaturopath.com. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon.